Hey everybody, it's your girl Mo, and I am back with another TikTok for you. So I don't know if some of you guys, I don't know if some of you guys remember, like if you've been following me for years now, that I had a segment on my show that was called Salon Nightmares, and on this show I would talk about the horrors of being a stylist or slash barber. Okay. So I'm coming back because, obviously, I back in California, I retired. But then when I got here to Illinois, I decided to renew my license in California, have it transferred here, which took a whole fucking year to do. But yeah. And after getting back into the business, the beauty industry, I realized why I retired. Okay. So I got a list of don'ts, not do's, but don'ts that people should not do when they go to see their hairstylist and get their hair cut, okay? And number 1 is coming in with your funky, nasty, sweaty ass. And I'm talking about you people who go to the gym, work up a nasty, funky ass, dirty, fucking nasty sweat, and then decide, oh, it's time to get my hair cut. I'm gonna be all funky and shit. My ass stank, my fucking underarms stink. I stank. No. Before you think about doing that, no. No. Okay? I'm not even laughing. No. Don't do that. That is rude and disgusting to the barber, to the stylist, whoever. I am preaching to you guys right now. Don't do that shit. If you've ever done that shit before, don't do it anymore. Okay, it's disgusting. And we remember clients who come in and we will refuse to do your hair. Okay, we talk shit when you leave. All right? We talk shit about y'all. Y'all funky motherfuckers, okay? So if you decide that you want to get your hair done after you come from the gym, I don't know what that is. Anyway, after you come from the gym, I just got a text. So anyway, after you come from the gym, think again. They have showers at the gym, okay? I don't know what the fuck these people keep texting me. I don't know what this is about, but anyway, it's annoying. Anyway, I don't know, they have showers at the gym. You can rinse it. Rinse it. They have the little soaps in there. Put a little bit in your ass. Wash with some soap in your ass. Put some soap under your arms. And then go get your hair cut and then go home and wash everything off, okay? You don't have to take a whole like full shower, but you need to do something before you sit your funky ass in my chair or anybody else's chair. All right? So that's one to grow on. Please don't do that shit. Stop doing it if you're doing it. And if you're considering doing it, don't. Red light, don't do it. Okay. Moving on. So I have a story. And people, I just got to tell you right now, if you're one of these cheap ass tippers, we know you. You are on our do not give good service to because you're a fucking cheap ass tipper. Trust me, we have a list. We all know who you are, okay? We talk about your ass. So if you're one of these cheap ass motherfucking tippers, stop being cheap. You know what I mean? We got enough to deal with dumbass clients, you know what I mean, and stuff. And like, you know what I mean? Stop being fucking cheap. And I got a story, all right? So a few weeks ago, about a month ago, I had this couple come in with their kid. The kid was one of those kids that couldn't sit still, didn't want to get his hair cut, shaking his head like his head could have sworn his head swiveled around like the Exorcist. Um, And the mom was sitting there trying her best to hold the kid's head, but the father was there too. And he was a big redhead looking motherfucker. Now, I didn't realize who the father was until later. But so the mom was doing her best to hold the kid's head. So I asked the father, I was like, "Can you come over here and help your wife hold your kid's head?" Well, what am I supposed to do? Hold his fucking head so that I can cut his hair so that I don't cut him accidentally. How about that? Do you want your kid coming out of here with like, nicks in his head or something? Help your wife. He's like, so he's like, being an asshole, big motherfucker, like dumbass, like strong as fuck, like. And he finally held his kid's head, but he had an attitude about it. So finally, I finished with the kid, right? And I go to ring them out, and it didn't ring a bell until like after I rang them out. This motherfucker, after dealing with this kid and basically I was doing all the work trying to deal with this kid and help him out or whatever because the parents really wasn't doing shit. And this is another thing too that you guys got to stop doing. If you do this, stop taking your kids to the salons and expecting the stylists to supervise your baby, or you know what I mean, babysit your baby while you're sitting up there looking stupid, especially if they can't sit still. We need help us out. Don't be an asshole. All right. So anyway, so I ring these people out, and this motherfucker, after all this shit that I dealt with, he tips me $1. A motherfucking dollar. And that was my first haircut of the day. I was livid and I couldn't normally we, hold it back with I couldn't hold back. I was like, fuck this shit. And I fucking and I turned around. I was like, oh, cheap ass motherfucker. I turned around and he was standing in the doorway, and my coworkers were like, what? I was like, this motherfucker tipped me $1. And then I looked to see if he was there. He was there. And I was like, so? And he just like closed the door. And I got his face. And I was like, he kind of looks familiar. Anyway, I was in a process of changing my doctor. So I go online and notice that guy who tipped me $1 with the Exorcist kid was my doctor. A doctor tipping $1. And there was this doctor was a fucking, I want to say quack, because he really didn't help me out in the first place. So that's why I was changing doctors in the first place. When I went on a website, I was like, oh my God. And I told my husband, I was like, this is the guy right here that tipped me $1. He was like, a fucking doctor tipping $1? Cheap ass motherfucker. Like, yeah. So stop being cheap, because you know what? We know you cheap tippers. And the next time you come back, you'll be getting the quickest service ever, and you won't come out with the best haircuts. All right. So that's one to grow on. Let's see. There may be a part two. I want to see if I can even get this on the on my TikTok. So I'll be right back with part two.